Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We wish to send a very warm Hafa from the island of Guam to everybody watching the FIBA YouTube channel. This is the post-game press conference for the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifying Group C between Guam and Japan. Now, Japan defeated Guam in the game that just ended by the score of 83-78. Of course, seated at the table right now are Coach Tom Navas and Joshua Hawkinson, who had 13 points, 16 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. And members of the media, I kindly ask that you switch off your phones. This press conference will be conducted in English. Coach, we'd like to start with you. Some of your thoughts about today's very, very spirited game.
Yeah. It was kind of a game of runs for sure. We started a little bit rocky, but then I think our aggressiveness kind of went away a little bit, and then they just started hitting some shots, and we were turning the ball over. Making for an interesting game. It's a tough thing to get a team together within 2 weeks and play our best, but we showed some spurts of really good basketball. We just got to play a little bit, closer to 40 minutes.
All right, thank you, Coach. All right, Josh, if I may, as the man down low in the center, what are some of your thoughts about what you were seeing and what you were experiencing?
Yeah, Guam's a really good team. They're really, especially physically strong. And so, we try to combat their strength with our quickness, I think, a lot. Like Coach Tom said, it's kind of hard bringing in new members every single time and kind of adapting to, the offense and Coach Tom's system. But I think, for the most part, I think we did a good job of kind of incorporating everyone together and trying to figure out the best lineups that we can put out there. And obviously, when you have so many different people, especially new guys trying to mix and match everyone together, there's going to be some ups and downs. But I think we learned a lot of things. Some of the new guys got some good experience that I think they can take forward, not only in their own B-League careers, but if they're called up again to get selected for the national team again. So overall, just glad we were able to get 2 wins and be able to qualify for the Asia Cup.
All right, and I'd like to now give the floor over to my colleagues in the media. So if anybody would like to ask a question, please state your name and the news agency that you're with.
Okay.
Yes.
When you play 5-out, straightforward type of deal, offense, you need to see cutting out of your guys, right?
Cutting is
cutting component, right?
Yeah.
So has it kind of been a point of emphasis throughout this window and training camp?
Cutting?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you think how you guys did today in terms of that?
We didn't get a lot of backdoor cuts. It's always something that we need to improve on, but it's always an emphasis that we have. And again, we brought in a lot of shooters, so a lot of shooters don't like to cut, but we always try to, with new players, we always ask, what's your role in this team, and shooters like to shoot, and we shot a lot today, but I think having Yamaguchi out, we only had 1 3-man, and so we had to play Yoshi at 3. We played Mako at 3 a little bit. Obviously, he should have played great. So just trying to find the right combinations of matchups was a little difficult. But
So cutting wise, the 2-point percentage wasn't very good at Paris, right, for Japan.
that was 53%, I think.
In Paris.
Oh, yeah.
It's
39%. Yes. So we were trying. Yeah, we were trying.
Right. So cutting is going to be. Would you say that's kind of one of the biggest things that we need to improve going forward?
It's one of the things that we're working on.
when you play against the local, right?
It's definitely one of the things we're working on, sure. Cutting wasn't bad in the Olympics. We had, that's not where our points per possession is lower. It's something we can improve on. I think the percentage was a little bit lower than we thought. Yeah, but like the points per possession and the thing were more just finishing plays. Yeah, it's something we need to improve.
Next.
And we worked on it every week.
Next.
This is Take from Beatles. So, coach,
Yes.
I have a question for Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Yes, he has been shown the good three-point shooting in the B League as well this season.
Yeah.
So, how do you see about his improvement of
He's-
shooting?
He's been one of the most improved players I've seen in a long time. He worked so hard on getting his shot solid, and what he's doing now is just amazing. Like his confidence has gone through the roof. He's always been a great defender, very physical, and now he's also a very good cutter. But now he's also added this three-point element, so I'm really happy for him. He put in so much work. I'm really happy for him.
Thank you. And I have another question for Josh. So, last 3 minutes, the Marco was on the call, and the ones that you got the pass from the Marco and you scored. So, how do you see his impact on the court?
Oh, I mean, he's obviously a tremendous player. Can do a little bit of everything, in the pick and roll. Extremely good shooter, and then in the crunch time, found me in a pocket pass because I think they were a little bit concerned about him coming off and shooting a three-pointer, so I was able to get open on the pocket pass and get the end one. But he's an extremely important member for our team, and I hope that continues to play for us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jojo Santo Tomas from the Pacific Daily News. Josh, can you pick out your favorite defensive moment of the game?
Favorite defensive moment? Favorite defensive moment? I think just I like blocking shots. So I think blocking shots is something that I can bring to the table defensively. I think I've gotten better in the pick and roll situations, kind of baiting the guards, kind of playing a two-man game defensively, and not letting guards get downhill easily and finishing in the pick and roll coverage. So I think probably some of the blocks that I had, I guess.
Okay, let's go to Jay and then one more in here.
Okay, Jay Younger from Guam Sports Network. Before I make a fool of myself, you played for Shinshu, right? And your teammate was one of our guys at the time when I. So how was it like playing against a former teammate of yours? And did you guys talk before or after the game? What were you guys talking about?
Yeah, he's still my good friend, and we still hang out a lot. We both changed teams, but we still hang out a bunch. And he took me to King's, the famous I guess what we call late night diner breakfast place. We went there together and talked. So it's good to see him, and I'm glad he's been playing well. I'm representing Guam and also playing well in the other league, so it's fun to see.
I'm Yusuke Mimura from Japan, and I would like to ask Tom-san, maybe you celebrated in the locker room after the match.
Yes.
Yeah. What did you celebrate for? About qualifying the Asian Cup or Mario's last match in the
A little bit of everything. It's always good to get a win and get in an away environment. And Mako's the captain, so we had to talk. We asked him to talk at the end, and I think everybody's just really happy that for everything he's done for us, and happy that he came with us on this trip. So he's a great player. He's done a lot for Japan basketball, and I think him him being the captain was something special. He's really, I think he took it to heart and started talking. It was nice. It was a nice moment.
All right, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the first part of this press conference. Once again, we thank and congratulate Coach Tom and Joshua on Japan defeating Guam 83-78. We will be right back with the Guam representatives when this press conference continues.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to the second part of this post-game press conference as Japan defeats Guam at a score of 83-78 in this FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifier for Group C. We now have the head coach of the Guam men's national basketball team, E.J. Calvo, and starting guard Ernest Ross, who had 30 points, 10 rebounds in an absolutely thrilling game. Coach, we'd like to start with you. Your thoughts about the emotion flow and the game overall.
I'm just so proud of our players for continuing the battle and earning respect as athletes out there because we fell behind and they never quit. That's what we talked about. Is this is going to be a journey for us, and we're going to have ups and downs. And what matters is that we always pull together in tough times. And definitely we had some struggles, but the guys played hard, and that's what matters most to me.
All right, Ernest, and how did you get in that zone, and how did you completely shift the tone of the game, and what was it like to be in your team?
Well, all credits to my teammates. I think that, when I started getting going in a little bit, they started looking for me and started finding me on a couple shots, and those shots were able to go down, and they just kept coming to me and stuff like that. And so it was just great to be able to put a performance on like that in front of the home crowd, and I'm just happy that we were able to, not only, show entertainment to the crowd, but play hard and play to the abilities that we know we could as a team.
All right, gentlemen, well done. Now we have some members of the Guam press corps here for some questions.
So Matt West with the Guam Daily Post. For Coach, for EJ, I mean, it goes on in the books as a loss, but how can you not take anything away but a positive experience from that? I mean, really amazing game today.
Yeah, we talked about that after the game. What a positive feeling we should have. No one likes to lose games, but if you're going to take a loss, you take it as part of your journey, really. And this team, with the veteran players we have and some of the young guys that have a lot of years ahead of them, it's really important for Guam basketball that we look at the positive points that come away from this. And I think one of the biggest things is the community and just how they felt and provided that energy for us. And I think the performance of the team was in big part because of the crowd and just playing at home with their support. And I think in the future, we expect, probably anticipate even bigger crowds and even more support. And we're not done. We're going to keep climbing this ladder. And I challenge the guys that, we've been good in Micronesia, we've been good in the Pacific, but if you want to be at this level, and if you want to belong and earn respect, it's going to take a lot of hard work, and it's going to take a lot of never quitting, and that's exactly what we did today.
Coach, and Ernest, I'm going to ask the same of you right afterwards, but would you kind of look back and pick your favorite offensive moment and your favorite defensive moment of the game, please?
Oh man, there are a lot of moments that I'm going to probably have to decompress and to narrow it down to one. I just know that although there was some good execution at times, the shot that tied the game, I just saw the crowd explode because that, in essence, completed a comeback, and we felt the energy there that we're in this game. It went their way the next few possessions, but I remember that moment where they needed to call timeout, and we looked at each other and we said, we're here, and we're ready to play hard and finish this game. Defensively, it wasn't anything spectacular. We've been working really hard on tagging the pick and roll and making sure that roller's not getting a free lane. And so whenever I saw our guys sacrifice their bodies and get in there and get physical with some really good veteran post players that Japan has, I was really proud of that because we did a lot better than we did against China, and that's all you can ask for as a coach is improvement. We watched video, we talked about it, and then we went out there and did it a lot better. And perfection is the goal, but we're making steps. So that's what my thoughts are.
Great.
I'm kind of agreeing with Coach. I mean, obviously, I think maybe the time, the game, the shot was probably, like, as far as moments and stuff like that, was probably like something that I can just kind of vaguely remember. But defensively,
way past defense.
Yeah, no, it was exciting, man. And defensively, for me, it was just kind of like Coach was saying as well. Like, we work on things in practice as far as hitting a roller, being able to help the helper. There's no specific moment, but I just think that we had a bunch of those moments where we were able to get steals, box out, get rebounds. And so I'm just proud of the guys defensively on how we were able to just come together, forget about the China game, and just get better as a team. And I think that we showed that against Japan, and we were able to improve. Even though we're not together all the time, it's just good when we can see little improvement. So we just have to continue to keep that on going into the next window in February.
Jay Younger from One Sports Network. In the last decade, we've seen the upward arrow going towards the world rankings. We're ranked 80th, I believe, right now, and Japan is ranked in 21st, or they're second in Asia. So, what's the next step for Guam basketball, and what are we looking forward to seeing in 2025 from you guys?
Oh man, we got to stay focused because we got one more window left. Our ultimate mission for this men's team is to make the FIBA Asia Cup. To make the FIBA Asia Cup is monumental, and it will put us at another level going forward for the program. The job is far from over. We got a tough Mongolia team coming up, and we got a rematch with China. So that window is in February. And I think we're going to take this energy, and that's why I'm so glad that we performed like this tonight. And anything I can take away from it is our communication as a team is going to be about preparation for for February so that we, through the holidays and into the new year, we're locked in on that date we have with Mongolia and China. Obviously, we beat Mongolia earlier this year, and we need to beat them again in order to make sure that we advance, and then we'll probably have one more game after that before we can secure our place at the Asia Cup. We make the Asia Cup in 2025, and it takes Guam basketball to a whole new level, not only playing that tournament, but it qualifies us for World Cup qualification games. And that just means more home and away, more opportunities to play these big countries, for our fans to support us here. And the more reps we get, the better we will get. That's what we truly believe. We don't make excuses that what we don't have, that these other countries have. We don't have pro leagues. We don't have naturalized players that can come in and get a passport and with former NBA pedigree. What we have is guys who are got that connection to Guam and want to put on that jersey and battle and take Guam to new heights, Guam basketball to new heights. So we're gonna focus on what we have and not what we don't have. And going into next year, I think 2025, and I've been telling the guys, I just feel like 2025 is gonna be a historic year for us. Even though we've been through so lot over the last decade, 2025 is what we got to look forward to.
If I can ask a question to Terrence. Amazing game. You've been a part of so many great games in Guam in history with Guam. Where does this rank? I know it wasn't a win, but man, it was just so inspiring for so many people watching you play out there. Where does this rank? And does anything you can talk just about your Guam performance?
It ranks up there. It's pretty high. Anytime that I can get a chance to come out to the island and showcase not only just my talent but to represent for Guam, and these moments are just very rare. So this rate's very high for me, and I'm just so excited to have the support behind us as a team. The crowd looked amazing, and even though we lost, like you said, but the game was exciting, and I think that that's the biggest take from everything. When Guam fans remember this, they'll remember those good moments and the exciting game, and I think that that's all we can give. So for me, I guess it's pretty high, and I just look forward to these moments moving in February. Hopefully we can win some games and then make it even more memorable for the fans. Thank you.
Go ahead. Coach EJ, so as far as what was your halftime speech to the group, and you came out pretty aggressive, more aggressive in halftime. So what was your message, and what adjustments did you make from against the Japanese team?
Yeah, it wasn't really anything new or fancy. We kind of needed to come back to fundamentals, and we needed to defend and just put that extra effort, because the first half, before the game, we felt like we prepared for this, a bunch of shooters, and we knew we had to close out better. And at halftime, it was kind of like a reminder and just to motivate each other that if we want to make this comeback, it's going to be, we got to throw some haymakers right out the gate in the third quarter and play some defense and get some one-shot possessions. We were giving up 2 or 3 possessions and 2 or 3 shots of possession in the first half. And although they didn't shoot a super great percentage, they were hitting a lot of threes because they got the next opportunity. And so, refocusing on defense. And I would look at the stats again, probably watch the game several times, but I'm pretty sure we weren't giving up those same second chances to shoot again. We were grabbing rebounds a little harder. I think that was a big thing. And again, just reminding the guys that we've come a long way, and after this game, it's not a season, it's really these windows. You get a chance to leave it on the court, right? Just, don't save anything, just play your heart out. And that's really what made the difference, I think.
Ernest, a question for you. Guam basketball has come a long way, and there are a lot of little kids, a lot of them, trying to play basketball, the sport. What's your advice to them? Because Guam is playing Japan, a world power. So, what advice would you have, from your career that you've taken and coming up to where you're at? And what would you tell one of our young basketball players, male and female, trying to make it and get where you're at?
Well, first off, I would just say you got to continue to work. You got to continue to grind. The game of basketball is very fun to play, but it takes a lot of sacrifices. You have to be able to dedicate a lot of time into the craft. You got to be in the gym. You got to constantly stay in the gym. You got to be around people that are going to motivate you, help you out, tell you what you need to work on. So you got to keep your circle small. You got to be coachable. You have to, continue to do things that are going to help you further and better in your career. So if you're a little kid, I would tell you, get up at 5, 6 in the morning before you go to school. Get 200-300 shots up before practice, before school. After that, do it again. And you got to constantly keep on doing it, repetition. And for me, I didn't have as many outlets as they have now, like with trainers and things like that. So they kind of got a heads up on me, but stay connected with those trainers, get in the gym constantly, work on your craft, and then continue to get better. And when your opportunity comes, just be ready to perform. And so for me, I think that that's the biggest thing is, performing on these stages and performing in games will only just heighten your career even longer.
All right, so that's going to do it for this post-game press conference. Thanks you once again to head coach EJ Calvo and guard Ernest Ross, who played a game for the ages. Gentlemen, this is going to go down in Guam sports history. We have 3 of our finest sports writers here, and I'm sure these guys are going to make absolutely amazing columns about what you guys did on the court and for our community. So congratulations, people.
I just thought something that sums it up, and I'd be happy to share with the media more. There's a gentleman named David Crocker who used to be the head of FIBA Oceania, and recently started his own sports consulting firm and was traveling, and he's working on some big things in sports. And he met up with us because I remember seeing him in New Zealand in 2013, and he was trying to help me and Mr. Tony Thompson just try to take Guam basketball to the next level and to where he's at, and have a conversation about where we're at. He wrote a little blog, and it really touched home because he kind of pulled it forward, talking about the last decade or so, about how far we've come, to really understand what it's going to take to no longer just be good in the Pacific, but to inspire our athletes to go to this level. And so I thought that would be a really cool thing to share with the media, and also for those young kids out there. It's exciting. That question's super important to us because this can't be a one-time deal. This can't be just a flash where we're doing well right now. This has to be a pathway and an inspiration for years to come for any athletes on Guam, and especially basketball players. Just keep looking at what we're doing and work hard and get involved with our program here locally on island, and we'll help you. And we just want to see this thing continue to grow.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Well done.
Thank you so much.
All right, and everybody watching on the FIBA YouTube channel, we bid you adios from the island of Guam. Thank you so much for watching this press conference. Hope you enjoyed the game.
Hey, you were there.